Look, let me be completely real with you for a second. We have absolutely all been there. You find that perfect hourly role at Target, right? You sit down, fill out the entire application, name, address, your entire work history, the whole 9 yards. You're feeling super confident about it. And then, literally right at the very end, this thing pops up on your screen. It's called the Virtual Job Trial. It feels honestly kind of like a weird mix between a personality survey and some boring video game that HR designed on a Monday morning. You take it, you answer honestly, and then, boom, an instant, totally unexplained auto-rejection hits your inbox faster than you can even blink. It is unbelievably frustrating. But hey, today I am going to be your best friend and walk you through exactly how to beat it in this explainer. So what exactly is this thing that just totally tanked your application? Well, we are going to expose exactly what this assessment is, how it works behind the scenes, and how you can totally crack the code to basically fast-track yourself to an interview. But real quick, before we go any further, make sure you tap that link in the description and grab the free cheat sheet to help you get hired as quickly as possible. And while you are there, please like and subscribe. It helps send the message out and benefits your friends and family and others to get hired. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The hidden target filter. So the virtual job tryout, or VJT, is basically this giant hidden wall standing right between you and that iconic red polo. If you mess this part up, your application gets tossed by an automated system before a single human being ever even lays eyes on your name. Here's what you absolutely need to understand. The VJT is not your normal test. Nobody is out here asking you to solve complex math equations or anything. It's actually a highly sophisticated pattern reading machine built by a company called Shaker International. This system throws a bunch of workplace scenarios at you and asks what you do. And look, while multiple answers might seem perfectly acceptable, do not be fooled. There is a strict absolute right answer and a totally wrong answer for every single scenario. Period. This algorithm is comparing your choices directly to a super strict profile of Target's ideal team member, which places you into a scoring tier. And guess what? Only those who score in the top tier are getting that immediate callback. Moving on to Section 2, Secrets on Reliability and Guests. Listen, I'm going to give you the cheat codes right now. And this brilliantly illustrates our first big secret. When it comes to reliability, Target knows that retail turnover is just wild. Store managers are constantly dealing with people who call out or show up late. So when a question asks about your dependability, you might think answering usually makes you sound honest, realistic. But to the algorithm, usually is a flat-out wrong answer. Target demands absolute, unapologetic reliability. So the answer is always, always. Never sometimes, never usually. If you're running late, you don't just text a coworker to cover for you, you call your manager immediately. You've got to brand yourself as literally the most dependable person they have ever considered hiring. Which leads us directly into the next secret. Target's entire brand, their beautifully lit stores, those perfectly organized aisles, it relies heavily on the guest. And notice, they are never ever called customers. They are always guests. When the tryout presents a scenario involving a guest, you must always select the option that prioritizes them. Period. End of story. Even if it's super inconvenient for you, even if the guest is being kind of difficult. For example, say you're about to clock out for your break and a guest approaches you. The completely wrong answer is to tell them, hey, I'm on break, and direct them somewhere else. The correct point-scoring answer is, I help the guest with their question before taking my break. The guest comes first, enthusiastically and with zero exceptions. Let's move to and see how this builds in since Section 3, Secrets on Teamwork and Availability. Being super nice to guests is great and all, but you also have to fit perfectly into their operational puzzle. There's a section in the tryout where they describe different types of workers and ask which one is most like me. Guys, this is a massive trap. They'll offer options like, I prefer to work independently and figure things out on my own. Now, honestly, you might be a phenomenal independent worker in real life, but for Target's algorithm, nope, wrong answer. Retail requires constant coverage at the registers, rotating break schedules, and literally needing multiple people to carry a giant flat-screen TV out to a guest's car. So always, always choose, I enjoy working as part of a team and helping my coworkers. You basically have to tell the algorithm that you totally thrive in a group environment and will always pitch in. And hey, you also have to be available when the team actually needs you. Absolutely nothing will tank your application faster than putting yourself in a tight little box with super limited availability. Target stores operate early mornings, late evenings, weekends, and holidays. If you tell the system you can only work Monday through Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., the system literally just thinks, okay, next applicant. You need to show maximum enthusiasm for those high-need shifts, weekends, evenings, and holidays. These are their absolute highest traffic times. Think restocking, Black Friday, back-to-school rushes. If you can honestly say yes to working these times, say yes loudly. Having enthusiasm for your availability virtually guarantees you won't get that instant rejection.
Now for Section 4, Secrets on Proactivity and Pacing. This is where we refine exactly how to navigate the trickiest questions on the tryout.
So the crucial point is that for these final questions, Target highly rewards a proactive mindset. They do not want people who are just going to stand around waiting to be told what to do. So if a question asks what you do when you notice a section of the store getting messy during a busy rush, you never choose wait for a manager to notice. Instead, you always choose to start straightening things up between helping guests. Or, if your shift is almost over and there are still tasks left, you don't just clock out because it's not technically your problem. No, you ask your manager if they'd like some help finishing up. You must consistently choose that "I handled it without being asked" option to get those top algorithm scores. And please remember this explainer is all about passing an automated filter. It is not a therapy session. The tryout is going to ask you to rate statements like, "I sometimes find it hard to stay focused at work," or "I occasionally need reminders." The temptation here is to be highly honest about your everyday human flaws. Just don't do it. Never select strongly agree or very much like me for these extreme negative self-assessments. You aren't lying. You're just presenting your absolute best professional self. I mean, you would never look a recruiter in the face and tell them you're easily distracted, right? So definitely do not volunteer that information to the algorithm either. When it actually comes down to taking the assessment, pacing is super key. The tryout isn't officially timed, but you should really aim to spend a maximum of 30 to 45 minutes on it. Rushing through it is obviously bad, but honestly, spending 2 hours on it is just as dangerous. When you overthink, you start second-guessing yourself. You start wondering, maybe they want someone who is honest about their limitations, and then boom, you click the wrong answer and lose crucial points. Read the question, identify exactly which principle it's testing. Is it reliability, guest focus, teamwork? Pick the answer and just keep moving. Section 5, What Happens After Passing. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the actual reality of beating the algorithm. The really exciting part about beating the VJT is that your application doesn't just sit in some dark digital void anymore. It gets flagged and pushed straight to the very top of the pile. Real human beings, like actual Target recruiters and store managers, finally see your application. And the sequence of events that follows is incredibly fast. Step 1, you'll usually get a phone screen or an interview invite within just a few days, sometimes literally the exact same day. Step 2 is a quick, casual store-level interview. Honestly, they aren't trying to grill you here. They just want to make sure you're the awesome person that the assessment said you were. Step 3 is the rapid job offer. Same-day or next-day offers are incredibly common once a human finally meets you. And finally, Step 4, you handle the background check and onboarding. You've officially made it. But real quick, before we go any further, make sure you tap that link in the description and grab the free cheat sheet to help you get hired as quickly as possible. And while you are there, please like and subscribe. It helps send the message out and benefits your friends and family and others to get hired. You now have the complete insider playbook. You know that you absolutely need to be perfectly reliable, totally obsessed with helping the guests, 100% team-oriented, highly available, and proactively solving problems before you're even asked. You are no longer just another applicant crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. You are walking into this assessment with a proven, bulletproof strategy to completely conquer the algorithm. So the only real question left for you is, are you ready to claim your red polo? Go out there and crush that application.